So
Me?
Okay. Yeah, last thoughts. No, he said that for the chat. Last thoughts on the show? Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I had a good time, and I feel like just to top off what we were talking about earlier is like,
Sure.
I feel like
merch.
because of social media and this whole third wave feminism stuff, it's harder to find traditional women. And I don't mean that like I'm not talking about like, you know, like OnlyFans stuff like that. I'm like talking about like even just, you know, women who actually want to play their role, I guess.
Yeah.
And I think also though, if that's hard to find, but I think because of that, then there are more, it is a little bit more common though that men are getting used to that, with women kind of acting crazy and chasing and acting either how they're acting.
Well, they're adapting, right?
Yeah, so then men are
That's how
also
you got guys
chasing with
scamming
that
and
too.
doing the shit that you see. Yeah.
Because they're kind of getting used to that. But I don't think it's completely gone. I think you can definitely see a traditional man, like the flags that they're not off rip.
Yeah. I'll tell you what it is. I think the problem is that women's standards are too high for the most part. That's really the real crux of the issue, if I'm going to be very blunt.
I think social media has done that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think women, a traditional woman, I think naturally, instinctively wants to like help make their man
That is crazy. In 1950s, women didn't have delusional ideas like, oh, 100K a month.
My God.
In the 1950s, women were like, oh, he's a plumber, get in my pussy. Now they're saying 100K a month. 100K a month. You're not getting fucked by Zerka. 100K is when I'm doing good. I don't get 100K every month.
All right,
That's like when I'm really peaking. That's like,
Okay.
I'm gonna come.
Alrighty, next.
All right, so yeah, traditional women.
Yeah.
Are okay. Fair.
Yeah.
What about you? What are your final thoughts?
I'm really happy to have come here. Thank you all for having me. This conversation was great. It's really gotten me thinking. A lot of really valid, smart points. I'm definitely gonna be doing a lot of thinking tonight about it. So
You're gonna do a lot of thinking.
I am gonna think a lot about what you guys said, and
Don't hurt yourself.
I'm gonna reflect, and I appreciate you guys for
Awesome.
having these thoughts.
And by the way, I didn't want to be mean, but do you think the million followers that, because when I first met you, I said, I like your ass. You know, the world likes your ass. You've built it in the gym and all that. But do you really think 1 million followers is not botted?
A million.
Well,
Come on. You're not.
I post ass pictures.
1 million
consistently
means
at-
you're Kim Kardashian. Do you think
No,
you're
like,
botted?
Kim Kardashian
No,
has
but
like
do you
100
think?
million.
Oh wait, stand up. No, she has great ass. Look, I'll show you guys.
stood up.
She looks. Look, and look. I don't want to touch it because I have a girlfriend, but I'll tell you this: that's not 1 million followers. That's botted.
No.
No, and it's good. I'm saying it's good.
I think it's
hot.
embarrassment and a little bit of botted and like.
But how much botted? How much? No, but how much? Is she at 800,000 followers? Is she at 600? I think
Well,
she
everyone-
is at 300,000 followers.
Go to my
and
Instagram, check it out.
I think a lot of people who have 1 million followers are usually have botted.
Maddie, no,
That's the reason.
be real. How many is she at? Is she at 300K?
I don't know. I haven't seen her Instagram.
No. What do you think? Is it 1 million? She's not 1 million. Get the fuck out of here. If she's at 1 million, I'd take her to Chicken World and she would get recognized. Do you get recognized on the street?
More in
Shut the
Latin
fuck
America than here.
Yeah, there you go. She doesn't get recognized in the streets of Miami. But if she goes,
gotten
get the fuck out of here, bro.
I have gotten
Yo, if she goes on a date with Myron gets stopped 100 times. She gets stopped 0
Yeah,
times.
but imagine
You're
that-
saying she's at 1 million
And
followers.
being like,
Stop
oh my
the
God, follow your
fucking
Instagram.
faggot ass
It's
cat.
graphic.
Egos are
Come
so
on.
high.
It's not ego to say he worked hard for his clout and hers is fake.
No, but I've done a couple
They
of
both
great
can
social
have
media
clout.
projects. I've
This
done
girl,
YouTube.
chat,
I've
she's at
done
300K
worked
followers.
with a bunch of people.
Myron, be honest. How many do you think she's at? She's not at 1 million. Her simp that she sends pussy pictures to, botted her. That's how it always
First of
works.
all,
Well, I wouldn't even.
You don't even know what she
the
does, so
fuck
don't call her
I
out.
take
I'm in the
amazing
industry. I know
ass
the industry
pictures.
well.
Very quality. I work very hard.
Is different. We're all in industries. We
Okay,
don't like.
do you,
it's not
baby girl,
sex work,
do you
babe.
think you're botted a little bit?
like what?
I hope not. I
hate
don't
this
think
shit.
so. I've been posting for a long time. I've been, I've gone viral many
Fuck
times.
out of 1 million. You
I
think
used
you're
to do
Kim
YouTube.
Kardashian?
Girls.
Yeah,
Kim
you
Kardashian
do.
has like
We
100
don't know
million.
who
No,
you
I don't
are.
Bro,
think
you are
that's
not
a
1% of Kim, bro.
So I'll be very honest when it
Jeez.
comes to women on social media. Most women on social media have like kind of like a ghost following. What I mean by this is like they'll have 1 million followers on Instagram, 1 million on TikTok, maybe even, well, it never translates over to YouTube, But like, what ends up happening is like they get a lot of followers because of the way that they look, but they don't really build a real audience because they're looking at them like, oh, this girl's hot, it's eye candy. They might not know the name, whatever. It's like just a bunch of random people that follow them. So this is why women dominate short form content. Actually, this is why they dominate Instagram and TikTok. But if you look at like YouTube, a lot of the times, not very many women do well on YouTube because it's one thing to be attractive. It's another thing to be able to command an audience and hold their attention for a long time. So having a big Instagram following as a woman, I would say like a woman that has like 1 million followers on Instagram is like the equivalent of a guy that has like 10K on Instagram.
What about a girl who...
Or 5K.
10K? That's
What about
way too. You said 100K earlier. Why 10K now?
Well, it depends, right?
What about a girl...
10K is
No,
low, dude.
but
That's
I will
low.
be
What about a
making
girl who
YouTube.
has like almost 100K on TikTok?
It's not as impressive.
That's
It's not?
And I'll
like-
be honest why.
that's
Okay.
It's not as impressive
That's
because
nothing, yeah.
number one, TikTok is short form content.
Okay.
Short form content, you can't engage with your you can't build a community to the same degree
Got it.
as if you're doing longer form content. This is why, like, you know, if you take like a girl that has like 5 million followers on Instagram, no one will recognize her
Right.
because beauty's common. But if you take a guy that got 5 million on Instagram,
They're gonna
I won't
know.
even say Instagram. Like, let's say they got 5 million on YouTube,
But they're gonna know.
they're gonna get stopped a lot.
100%.
You know?
But you're
They're
not.
gonna get stopped
You
a lot.
don't think these girls are? I've been around these girls. The simps that boost their accounts. They're like, "Yo, send me a pussy big." They are bought it. This girl, look at her smile. She
but
knows
it's
she's
not-
bought
I
it.
am not
She
bought
knows
it.
she's
No,
bought it.
I've
Come
taken-
on.
Whether
No,
she's
no,
bought it or not,
1 million
what I'm saying is
followers.
that
Get the fuck outta
whether
here.
she's bought it or not, what I'm saying is that like it's not real influence. Is my point.
Yeah.
Like having a lot of followers on like
Yeah.
Instagram and TikTok isn't the same as like having like
Yeah, look, why
know.
is she
But
broke?
I'm gonna
If
show
you
my
have a-
personality, and that's
babe,
my
babe.
goal this year. I
Darling,
agree with you
Puerto Rico,
100%.
Puerto Rico. Why are you poor if you have 1 million followers?
I need to, I've been taking more ass content. I gotta take more.
She's
on my own.
literally
no, but
poor.
let me tell
with
you
a-
something.
Me
You
with
wanna know my story?
300,000,
You
I'm a
don't care about me.
motherfucking millionaire.
No.
Yeah,
She
but
with a
here's the
million,
problem.
she can't do
No,
shit.
so let me tell you what happened.
Get the
Look,
fuck
look,
out of
I
here,
got a
bro.
big ass.
hold on, stop.
Bro,
Let me
come on.
let me be
No.
very blunt with you about this.
Baby girl.
The more you leverage your body, okay. This is for all the female influencers out here that ever want to get into this shit. The more you leverage your body, the less people are going to take you seriously with what you actually have to say. I'm going to say that again. The more you leverage your body, the less people are going to take you seriously based off what you say. I'll show you guys an example. You look at someone like Candace Owens.
Yep.
She has 100,000 people watching her live as she live streams, right? Why? Because she uses her brain, she dresses extremely conservatively, never shows that much skin, and that's an example of a woman that's like leveraging her, like actually making content versus like leveraging her looks and her body.
Yeah.
So as a female creator, you have two paths. You're like at a fork in the road. Once you sexualize yourself, it's going to be very difficult to go back and build an audience off of like the way that you think or your worldviews.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, a lot of women don't have interesting things to say because they've kind of had things given to them. And I'm not trying to be an asshole or whatever, but if you look at like the majority of top streamers, they're all men for a reason.
Yep.
They're not women.
Yeah.
No, no, no.
Twitch,
Well, I
YouTube,
agree. I
podcast.
agree.
not like
I
that.
I
agree.
see what you're
Yeah,
saying, but I will die trying, and I know I can show more of my personality.
Drop dead!
All right, yeah,
Drop
yeah.
dead, bitch!
Yo, she's cooked.
Would
All
you
right,
fuck her?
it's just
all
cut.
right.
I
Thoughts?
don't know.
Fresh?
Oh, it's her turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, final thoughts on the show. Her opinions.
Very interesting, to say the least. I think everyone obviously does have an opinion, and their opinion does matter. And he's just having a blast, literally. No, I think you guys are
He's
really
having a
cool. I
blast.
appreciate you
Pretty
guys for
soon.
having me. Very entertaining, very interesting. You learn something new every day. And yeah, I don't know.
What was the biggest thing you took away then? What'd you learn?
What did I learn?
Yeah.
How to shut the fuck up. That's what I learned.
I learned that I was right about
What?
the OF hate. No matter what aspect you look at it, it will always
But
be.
hate is also love.
Yeah, that's what I'm
As much
saying.
as I
Like,
hate
it's
it,
okay.
I want to be inside hating it. You know what I mean?
It's not hate. You got to understand. It's not hate. It's you limit your ability to attract a suitable mate
And I
when you do that.
I get that, but I feel like a confident man shouldn't really
You said you feel like.
Okay, you know what? Let me ask you a question. Fair. I'll be very charitable here. You think a confident man should just accept it, right?
if he's okay with it's also it's preference. You know what I mean? It's
Okay.
like not everyone's gonna be confident and not care.
Well, let me ask you this then. Why don't you just accept a homeless guy?
I would.
No, you wouldn't.
Stop lying.
Nicolette,
You're on
shut the
camera, baby
fuck
girl.
up.
We should
You're
go
not
find a
fucking
homeless guy.
homeless.
You literally
What
run
the fuck are
She
you
runs across the street
Bro,
when she sees
this is
them.
why they used to beat
Because
up women.
they say 10
This
mil.
is-
In my
to-
opinion,
they
I
beat
feel
up
like-
women to increase their
please
IQ.
let me. I'm trying to establish something here. I'm trying to create an analogy. So you're saying men should just accept OnlyFans as they come, right? Like, hey, why does this matter so much? I'm asking you, why not just accept a homeless guy?
I feel like it also is it's like their background and their story. Like they're choosing to be homeless for whatever reason. It's like
Closer to
I
my-
feel like in general, if you are homeless, has to be possibilities and ways for you to be not homeless. There's so many jobs out there in the world. It's like you're choosing to sit there regardless of your past. Maybe you went to jail, maybe you had a drug problem. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there's always
now
ways
let me
to change.
let me phrase it. There's many jobs out there that don't you don't have to do OnlyFans.
Yes, correct. But
So-
if you want the freedom of not working a 9 to 5, not being able to have like someone tell you what to do, take off of work, like.
There's many other entrepreneurial ventures where you don't have to be on the internet like that.
But if the
business,
internet
baby.
likes you, if the internet
Okay,
likes
did you just see what I did there?
yeah, I did.
No, you actually didn't.
No, I did, and I get
I
what
saw
you
it.
mean. I get what you mean, but it's also again personal preference.
No. Look,
You're so
did.
funny.
you don't see what I did there. So you're a woman. You have higher standards financially. You want a guy of a certain status. Fair. I don't have a problem with that, actually. I think women should go ahead and get the best guy they can get
Funny.
because it's tied to your biological wants. What I'm telling you is men also have requirements. And one of them is that they don't want a girl to be involved in certain types of industries. So just like you want a guy making $100K a month, a man's going to expect something in return. He doesn't care about your $100K a month. He wants a girl that's going to be modest. Does that make sense? Like,
Yes.
I find it interesting how, like, women will say, these are my standards, I'm not folding. But then if a guy says, well, these are my standards, I'm not folding, and you guys say that's insecure. Are you insecure for wanting $100K a month?
No.
Thank you.
So then I'm
There
not
you go.
insecure for wanting a modest woman.
No, and I get that, but again, I feel like it also comes down to the type of
See?
content that you're doing
It's the
on
butt.
there.
It's the butt. It's
Like
the butt.
it depends on what you're doing. If you're sitting there like doing the absolute most, I can understand why a man would be like,
Yo.
I don't want this girl. But it's like
Okay.
you
it's-
could use it for so many things,
It's
and people
irrelevant
just always
because-
forget about
but
that.
No, but it's irrelevant because OnlyFans is considered a pornographic site.
Because everyone
So it
made it
doesn't
that
matter if
way.
you're cooking.
Because everybody made it that way, though. Like people still use. I know people that use it and still don't do porn on there. Like it's not like yes, every
Next.
person that does this has porn.
Go
Like
next.
Let her
Yeah,
go.
but you're missing the point. That
what am I missing?
you're missing the point that you being on OF hurts your partner's status.
No, but I get that. But it's
whether
also
you
personal
cook
preference.
on there or not, it doesn't.
It doesn't matter.
The personal preference thing, like that's.
He's saying,
But
give
if
it
the
like
man
a
is
girl.
okay
okay
shouldn't
with
care
it-
what anybody else says.
The
For
man's-
example,
the man at the-
Melania has been
He's
naked.
saying at the end of the day,
fuck
the
up,
man
Puerto
is
Rico.
never actually okay with it, right?
Yeah, and it's kind
At
of
the
like
end of the day, the man's never not actually okay with it. It's just
yeah, and it's like I find it crazy how like when
I'm
a woman
on your
has
level
standards,
right
right?
now.
It's like I want 100K a month.
Right.
Like we're like, all right, cool, you have high standards. But then if a guy says like, well, I don't want a girl on OnlyFans, it's like consider like this guy's insecure or hey, why don't you make an exception for me? Or you can't judge a book by its cover. But like you judge a book by its cover because you want a successful guy. You can't have high standards like on one end and then get mad when a guy also has standards that are based on biological imperatives.
No, I get it. And I've honestly seen it. Are you okay?
No, I get it. No,
I get it. What are you gonna say? I don't get it. No, I don't agree with you. I do agree because people do feel that way.
no, cheers.
Can I say something as someone who
used to
did
beat up women.
OnlyFans and quit?
Oh man.
I gotta pee.
I quit.
Hold on. She gotta pee.
Can I pee?
Yeah.
We have time.
Yeah, go ahead.
You?
No. Give your thoughts real quick.
What are my thoughts on what?
Well, she wanted to say something.
Oh.
Let her say something. Go ahead, and then you'll come back to you. Just go back for a
Damn,
minute.
I miss
She could-
drugs.
She's gonna say something. Go
Thanks,
ahead.
guys.
It's been 2 years.
I'm waiting for the hate comments when I set my fuck up.
Okay.
Would
Well,
you hit that? Would you
now
hit that?
I'm not saying like I'm not taking accountability because I definitely am,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like
you would.
it's just something that leaned into my decision graduating in 2020.
Okay.
So shortly after that, I lived in LA, and LA was shut down for a long time. And everyone around LA, OnlyFans was huge. Everyone just making OnlyFans, And I worked at Amazon, and it was just terrible. And I got convinced, and somehow from there, I did it for about a year. This was a long time ago, and I quit. And I hated it the whole time. I ran it myself. I was completely lost as a person. And I felt so uncomfortable, like even just being in those environments, like if I'm out with other girls in LA, you know, who act very crazy, like whatever. And now in hindsight, after quitting, it's like I get guys when I was doing it? Yes, but they didn't take me seriously. I mean, we'd have exclusive situationship, you know what I mean? But that's it. And in like hindsight, if I was a guy, I wouldn't have either, because it's not the fact of OnlyFans, it's the fact that I was also just didn't know who I was, and that's why I was doing it. And I wouldn't, as a guy, you know, want to take that seriously, if that makes sense. And I also wouldn't date a guy or be interested in a guy who does OnlyFans. Like,
You?
Yeah. No, I think it's weird, and I don't want other, like, it's just weird. And I kind of find it a little feminine, to be honest. Like, you want to have people that are probably both
it's
men
rare.
and women
It's rare for men to be on
pay
OF
to
anyway.
see your thirst traps.
It's
It's
rare
kinda
for men to be on OF, so.
Yeah.
All right, what about you? Final thoughts.
Well, it was interesting. I definitely heard some very different opinions. And that will be a lot to think about.
I love you.
What made you, what opinions are going to make you think the most?
It was all the well, I loved when we talked about money, because it was you know, in my culture there is no such thing as woman pain. Like, it just doesn't exist from where I'm from. And when I moved here, it was a little different. You know, I saw a different type of relationship. So when I heard
So why are you controlling then if you come from a traditional background?
because I don't belong there anymore. I moved, I made my choice. I'm not there anymore. I'm not part of that culture so much.
So you actually like women acting more like men then? Which is
I
why
like
you're here?
women have their rights and when they can choose what they want to do with their life.
Okay, because you said earlier, like, your biggest thing is being controlling.
Yeah, I'm working on it actively a lot. But it's, you know, you have a freedom as a woman. Like, I moved because we have very strict rules back home. You know, woman is only seen as like, oh, you stay home, you cook, you clean. But I want to have my career, you know.
Okay. So are you okay with the fact that you'll probably have to go to 50-50 and you'll have to maybe get a guy that's not the most desirable and all that other stuff?
I've never met a guy that wanted to go 50-50, so
Oh,
In America?
America or here. Yeah, here, Russia.
I mean, she dates a guy to a black.
Huh?
She dates. You know what? Never mind,
What, Chris?
bro. She dates N-words.
No,
Come on, really?
Hold on, you never have?
I had.
Yeah,
and
you
I
have.
had
Come on,
different.
man.
Like,
Nigga.
it doesn't mean that I stick to something.
Oh,
right?
come on, man.
Hero. She's a mud shark, Hero.
Yeah.
Here, she's a mud shark. Go bite her.
Allegedly.
Damn
He's
bastard.
too good.
All right. Anyways, John,
Yes, sir. What do you need?
Thoughts? Where can I find
Here's
Hero?
my thoughts. Here's my thoughts.
There you go.
All right. First of all, you know, I don't want to compliment the podcast too much, but before the Fresh and Fit, I think 2022 you guys popped off, but you were here a little earlier. Before Fresh and Fit, name me one motherfucking podcast that woke you up to women using you. As soon as you watch this, you start going inside a pussy and you go, what the fuck? This is awesome. This feels good and I didn't pay that much. You know, we had a little bit of dinner. Before Fresh and Fit, they were telling you to date a fucking cheating whore for months and months and months. This podcast is so fucking beneficial to young men that are getting used. And I'm telling you right now, Myron and Fresh, they don't understand marketing. They don't understand that nobody did it before them. Red pill, sure it exists, but in the dating scene, it didn't exist. I'm telling you right now. As red pill as Zerka
Where can the people find you, bro?
Bro, no. Look at me, camera. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
Ryan.
Fresh.
Fire monologue. Yeah.
Before you and Myron got on the scene, who did your job?
Nobody.
Who did your job, Myron?
There are people that were talking about this
For
stuff.
20 years, nobody did this fucking job to tell these bitches shut the fuck up. When they did it, everyone lost their fucking mind. And I'll tell you, you know what the red pill is?
What?
The red pill is your life changes with me, but only if you listen to me. And I'm telling you right now, man.
Zirko.
No, man, Chris, let me
Next.
tell you this. Let me
Go
tell
ahead.
you this.
No.
Let me tell you this.
Get to the
You
point, nigga.
don't know how fucking simp and faggot the culture was before the.
I know, nigga.
No, you
I'm
don't,
the-
Chris.
I'm the
Chris,
producer.
Chris, before the Fresh and Fit podcast, people were sending money to Twitch girls.
Facts.
And let me tell you this: Twitch women are the
They're still making
ugliest.
money. They're still making
If
money,
you're
babe.
a woman on Twitch, you are the ugliest fucking
They're
faggot
still
face
making
creature I've
money.
ever seen in my life. Bro, I went from
Name five ugly girls on
getting
Twitch
my
right now.
dick
About
sucked.
women
Right
like
now.
Bro, I went. Look at me. I went from getting my dick sucked by bottle
good.
service.
Name five
bottle
girls that are fucking ugly
The
on Twitch.
bottle service girls were sucking my dick, and they said, "Zerka, don't fuck the bottle service girl. You gotta fuck the Twitch girls." Who?
Where's the receipts?
Pokemon, that's who! That's who, nigga! That's who! I'm telling you right now.
She's hot. She's hot.
I'm telling you
Go
right
again.
now, if a man is a simp little bitch, they didn't watch this podcast, and Myron and Fresh don't hate women.
Where's the?
But let me tell you this. All you little faggots that go to church to ask your priest, how do I forgive her? Because she had 100 bodies. Your priest says, and your priest looks you in the eyes
Your
and
priest
says,
does not
forgive
accept
her
you.
for having
Trust me.
100 bodies. Your religious leaders are telling
cook.
you to forgive her for getting blacked online. Your religious
spelling shit.
leaders are leading you to suicide. How the fuck are you not saying W the chat for Fresh and Marin for bringing reality? And reality is, see this Italian
Bro,
girl?
what?
You know Mussolini? I am Mussolini.
No, you're
I am
not.
fascisto. I am the fascist. And check this out.
What?
If she don't give me pussy
She's
tonight,
not giving you shit. Trust
No,
me.
no,
She's giving it to me
Hey,
tonight.
shh.
if she don't,
Shut up.
if she don't give me pussy tonight, I swear to
Yes,
God.
you.
Chat. One in the chat if I should block her.
All right. Do it.
All right, W show, man.
All right,
Nah,
man.
she's not on me.
Okay.
Sorry.
Block her from this reality.
We're out of here.
All right.